It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
But nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I play them too, baby.
Here we go again.
Covers here and we're in effect. Want you to push it back. Cooling by day, been at night, working up a sweat. Let's go show the guys that we know how to become number one in a hot body show. Now push it. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind.
Cheese and pickle. Basic.
Okay, kids, time for bed. Come on, I'll tuck you in a little bit. Oh, hi. Welcome. You're just in time for the party. Would you like a cheese puff?
No.
How about a little wine?
No.
You can be anything you want to be there.
You can see anything you want to see there.
There's excitement in the air for you and me there. Fancy free there, take your family there, but you've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. 7 holes the key there. Be there.
Oh, honestly, there's nothing funny about men in wigs.
Just you and me there. You just got to be there. Got to be there. Be there. The time is now. Be there.
You've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. Be what you want to be. See what you want to see. There'll be you and me there. Be there.
Hello customers, it's nearly 6 o'clock. Pack up and piss off.
Believe me, this first section is strictly for laughs. I mean, some of these scenes are so funny, you're going to laugh your sides off.
But for the others, well, life goes on.
Hello!
Hello!
What'd she say?
What does Betty Driver say?
She says, but for the others, life goes on.
Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening. Welcome to the Wig Slingback.
We've had I've been beavering away in the background, haven't I?
Like a little beaver.
So hopefully you can see us and hear us.
You can hear us.
And we're not too. We were very washed out, weren't we?
We were a bit lime-coloured, weren't we?
We were. So we hope we look all right. And the camera kept going out of focus, which is not done before. Like the pies, it was going out of focus for us.
Can you see it? You're looking at us.
Anyway.
Where are you? Let's be having you!
Oh, she's on one tonight, isn't she?
Yeah, let us know if you can hear us properly. Let us know if you can hear the clips, if you can hear the music, all of that stuff. Because we were trying yesterday to work out how to get a guest into the Wig and Slingback. And it meant that Alan was downstairs with the laptop. I was up here and we were doing all sorts of tests.
And big thank you to Stuart Cahoon.
Yeah, who came in and
helped us.
Tried to do like a 3-way. But we don't think it works with a throuple. But we might be able to bring in one guest. So
We brought him all the way from Belfast.
we did. Dale says we're rather quiet. Let me see if I can turn us up a little bit. I've turned it up a little bit, so maybe we're a bit louder now. You're a bit quiet and the clips are loud. Oh, dear me.
Your levels are wonky.
My levels are wonky.
You've got wonky levels.
Let me have a look here. That should be up.
That should be up and that should be down.
I don't know which one is the clips. Let me play another clip.
Where are you? Where are you? Let's be having you!
Well, we'll just persevere.
Have you got grommets in your switchboard?
We have, but we can hear ourselves if it's too loud. We hear ourselves echoed back. That's better. A few people said that's better.
That's better. Much better.
Let's have a look. Who are you? Where are you? And the question of the week is, what reminds you of your nana? What reminds you of like your nanas, and why? So
it's
like going
Nana night here in the Wig and
what
Slingback.
reminds you of your nana's house, or going around to see your nanas, or your nanas coming to yours? What reminds you of your nanas?
Oh.
So first through the doors on my screen is Coral Daft.
Coral's first in tonight.
I think there were others in beforehand.
Oh.
And everyone is saying, Tracy, I hope you've had a nice birthday.
Yes, because it was your birthday last week.
Yeah, so I hope you had a lovely birthday, Tracy. So Coral's straight through the doors, followed by Tracy 30, followed by Andrew Chapman, followed by Stuart Cahoon. Followed by Claire BBQ.
Claire BBQ. B&Q.
Followed by Andrew Jones from Stourbridge.
Darlings.
And then BG Bear bursts in and
She always
greets the assembled crowd. Coral's having a blood cider orange at the bar, but she's on the jam shed as well.
I thought she'd changed her tipple then.
I thought she had, but I think she's on the jam shed. Nibbles and Bubbles are in as well.
Hi, kids.
Hi kids, welcome to the castle. Hi kids, welcome to the house of fun. Hi kids, welcome to the castle. The fun has just begun.
At Herstmonsu.
I will never tell you where that song comes from.
I borrowed it.
It's copyright Honeyborn, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the funniest, one of the funniest jobs I've ever done.
The gift shop's on the right.
The gift shop's on the right in Herstmonsu. Then we have Lee Bloody
Ludlow.
She was no help the other night, was she? The other day?
No, but Cahoon was.
Cahoon was helpful, and we were saying to ask Lee, "Does it look all right?" We think Lee was in the other room.
Lee was in isolation,
watching Vanessa's new show on Channel 5. Let's have a look. Have you heard of Vanessa's new show, Channel 5?
No.
I've not watched it yet. Has anyone watched it? I want to watch the opening credits.
I watched it years ago when she had a little chat show, like Trisha, wasn't it?
Yeah, but she got banned, didn't she, for having fake guests?
Oh, she did she?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Vanessa scandal. That's why. And then she went in the Big Brother house and had a meltdown.
Is Vanessa Feltz the one that says she eats cream cakes in the bath?
I don't think she does now. She's lost all the weight and she's with one of, what are they called? Jam and Spoon?
Eh?
Who's Vanessa Feltz married to? He's from he's from like a 90s pop group called something like Jam and Spoon.
Jam and Spoon? I've never heard
I
of
know
them.
it's not that, but I'll let you come up with the idea.
It's like our nemesis pub, the Jam and Spoon.
Jam and Spoon. Anyone else is here? Let's have a look. BG Bear's getting a blackcurrant. Anyone want blackcurrant and licorice or a chocolate lime?
Now, do you remember when you used to get like really good blackcurrant that you could put in a lager and have a lager and black? It was like called Schweppes.
We've got that one. We've got downstairs.
Well, yeah, and that's really hard to find those pub mixers, aren't they?
Yeah.
And we realised, this quadruple squash you can buy from Tesco's.
Quadruple strength squash.
It's the same as this sort of very sweet blackcurrant you could get in the pubs.
Yes, it is.
So if you're missing that type of drink here at the Wig Slingback, a little tip for you.
Here She Is has just burst in. And I know it's Here She Is' birthday last week. So
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
That was it. It was finished.
happy birthday, Here She Is.
Here she is, never 56, is she?
She's 56. Good gracious me. Thank you, Mr. Zismore.
Oh, she's looking well on it.
Oh, yeah, that's Harley Street for you.
So them hot baths.
Mr. Venus is here. Hiya, dolls.
Mr. Venus dolls, how are you, sweethearts?
Let's have a look. Anyone else? Anyone else here?
The Capicals are in.
Mr. Venus wants to have an Oxo and Orange tonight.
Oh, does he fancy that?
Capital Paul is here. Hello, Capital Paul.
Hello, Mr. Paul.
Now, BG Bear is already talking about sweets. And I think he didn't even know it was Nan night.
Really?
He says it's like a trip into my Nan's handbag with all these mixed sweets he got off Amazon. So he's got all the licorice limes and stuff, chocolate limes. Lee Ludlow says Stuart sat there with a sack of salty nuts. Matt Bother is in. Oh, Matt Bother.
Matt Bother was
Matt Bother.
Was Matt Bother openers yesterday?
Matt Bother is from Palm Springs.
Bother boy. Oh, he's from Palm Springs, isn't he?
Yeah. Matt Bother, nice to see you. Are you at work, Matt Bother?
And he says, hello, hello.
I think Matt Bother's at work. Let's have a look. BG Bear's got Oxo, but no oranges, but he's thinking of crumbling it into a Fanta. Ooh. Joshua Spencer is here and says, hello, it's been a while.
Joshua, better than lemon squash you were.
I don't know that one. Mr. Venus is wondering if Fanta is an acceptable alternative to an orange.
Oh, I crave Fanta.
I don't think Cilla's here tonight. We're Cilla free.
I crave Fanta, don't you, in the hot weather?
No, we've turned into nanas, though, haven't we? Because we
Fanta
like
lemon.
we like a cloudy lemonade. I like a cloudy lemonade. Right, let's have a look. 7 Networks here. Hello, Polly Pineapple. Andrew Chapman. I think I've said hello to you. Joel Hazeldine is here. Linda LeHughes is here. Hello, Lucy. First answer in. Josh is from Wakefield. Maxwell House coffee reminds me of my mama.
Or Mellow Birds.
Because she would drink it like it was water.
That was an Anna coffee, wasn't it?
Andrew, Bisto and Claudia in Stourbridge. And Andrew says, homemade shortbread reminds me of my Scottish nana. And
yes.
Woodbine cigs reminds me of my Irish nana.
The smell of baking or cigs. Or both.
He says 2 very different nanas. And Josh also says Maxwell coffee isn't even nice coffee. Karen Brown is here. Hello, Karen. Paul McFarlane is here from Airdrie. Paul McFarlane says her wee whiskey every night and her headscarf.
Oh, I bet that kept her going. That
Reminds me of
that little wee dram.
Do you remember nanas would pop on a headscarf and have like actual curlers underneath?
Oh yeah, my nana used to have that. I mean, look at Auntie Lillian. She's always got a headscarf on, hasn't she?
But she's got no hair. David Moore is here. It says A up. Coral says a blue rinse and 40 woodbines.
You don't see blue rinse anymore,
of
do
her
you?
nana. Well, I think blue rinse could come back, you know.
I think it could come back.
But on the younger person.
I know silver hair's coming back, isn't it?
My dad's here. My dad and my mum are in. Andrew Chapman from Corby in Northants says rice pudding baked in the oven reminds me of my nan.
That's another smell, isn't it? Remember that
I don't really remember rice pudding baked in an oven. We were talking about skin of rice pudding the other day, and you like it, didn't you?
I used to eat the skin.
Andrew says his nanny used to drink Mellow Birds, which wasn't even coffee. 7 Network is in Leicestershire. It says my nan used to burn toast and then used to call it nippy eyes because she couldn't see in the kitchen. Bless her. Let me close that door because the dog will go mental.
There's Peggy saying hello to you all. Peggy's had a really good week, everybody. She had a really good week. No seizures for over a week and a half now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So something's right. Something's going right.
Diangela is here.
Diangela dolls.
BG Bear says he's in his mad crafting laboratory. He says Pascal's fruit bonbons.
Yes, remember those.
Toffee
little
treats.
Ones,
Toffee treats.
Yep.
And the 117 bus from Hammersmith to Hounslow reminds me of his nana. Lucy's in Stourbridge, and she says Sherrie Trifle and Baby Sham reminds her of her nan.
Yes, definitely.
I know Lucy's nan as well. Obviously, not we share a nan, but I do know.
Was she called Mrs. Collins?
Nan. Yeah, Mrs. Collins.
Yeah, I've heard your mum mention.
She'd make very sweet treats
with her baking.
Tracy 30 says, Tracy, New York Christmas always reminds me of my grandma because one Christmas night she was giving us booze and she got Tracy very drunk. Andrew's here and Lily Law from Clifton. He says, tea at my nan's and having to sit in silence when Crossroads was on. And then Nan would bitch about David Hunter with him afterwards.
They love their telly.
Alex Johnson's here. Hello, Alex. Katie is in Scarborough. Katie says, thunderstorms remind me of my nan, as we once saw all the frogs jump out of her pond into the road when the thunder cracked.
Oh, no, I remember being at my nana's once when we had a really bad thunderstorm. We were looking at it. I was a little bit scared. And she brought up little chunks of turnip for us to eat.
During a storm?
Yeah, we were eating bits of turnip, fresh turnip.
Raw turnip?
Yeah.
Which nana?
Nana Yates.
She was Swedish, though, wasn't she? Dale is at Katie's in Scarbados.
Oh, hello, Dale.
Dale says, I only had a family friend who was an honorary grandma. And he said the 2 Ronnies reminds him of that family friend because we would watch it while she babysat. Nibbles and Bubbles, Shari from Scarborough. Sadly, I didn't get to meet either of my nanas, but I had 2 step grandmas, but I didn't see a lot of them. One was the other side of the world.
2 step grandma. Oh, so she had 4, but she had 2.
Yeah.
Lost 2. Yeah.
I don't remember my nanas that well.
You're similar, but
Yeah.
in a similar boat.
So both nanas died, I guess, before I was 10. So I don't really remember. I remember them, but I don't remember them like Alan remembers his nanas.
Oh yeah, mine both lived into their 80s and 90s.
Matt Bova. Matt Bova lives in Palm Springs, so he's not very Matt Bova. But Matt, he says my nan used to grow her own aubergines, so I'm always reminded of my nana when I have aubergine. Paul McFarlane's here. Lee J is in Salford. Lee J says lemon curd butties remind me of my nan, and I always wanted bramble jam.
Oh yes, my nan used to make jam, bramble jam, when they'd been brambling.
Lemon curd, nice, isn't it?
And
Lemon curd's a bit of a nana thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, anything lemon is, isn't it? Lemon puffs.
Alex Johnson also sadly never met any of my grandparents. Carl is here. Hi, Carl. BG Bear, my nan always left a thumbprint in the bread when she made a sandwich. Joel from Windsor.
Push down on that bread.
Our lovely little Joel says, going to charity shops with my late Welsh nana and watching my still here English nana doing kosher knitting blankets. Kosher? I wonder if that's a type of knitting. Blankets, pockets, pouch bags and clothes.
Oh, so he's still got his nana.
Joel's nana's a bit like that woman on YouTube.
Sheila. Sheila's knitting.
Let's have a look. Anyone else here? Paul Hutt is here. He says he'd love to see us do a take on Gimme Gimme Gimme. We've done a photo of Gimme Gimme Gimme.
We did a photo well early in lockdown, didn't we?
Yeah, Alan looks very much
we were
like
very
Linda
pleased with the
Hughes.
outcome.
Dave is here, and Dave's in Chicago Airport.
Dave, you're on your travels, dolls.
Dave, don't miss your flight listening
Where are
to
you
us.
off to?
Us chundering on. Let's have a look. Paul Hutt says my nana always had a tash. Karen is she's out looking for more cheese puffs, but she says collard greens, cornbreads, and sweet personality like Dolly Parton. She's from the south, so her grandma made delicious southern food.
Ooh, lovely.
But, Karen's Brown's mum, nan was a bit like who's that woman?
Butter. Paula Dean.
Paula Dean.
A lot of butter.
Well, who's the other one who goes plip plop? Is she southern?
Nancy. Plip plop into the pot.
Diangela is from Erdry. She says my grand's my best pal. And she's got a little broken heart there, so I don't know if her grand's still with us. Going to bed with her hairnet on and putting her purse under her pillow.
Yeah, my nana did that. She'd take her money upstairs.
Joanne Bodell is in here. Hi, Joanne. Lee Ludlow says it's Fats and Smalls. Like Jam and Spoon. Vanessa's married to one of Fats and Smalls.
What do you call them? Jam and Spoon, yeah.
Jam and Spoon. But he says Vanessa left him because he was spreading his jam elsewhere.
Oh, the mucky bugger.
Joshua's birthday is on the 12th. You'll get a birthday next week, Joshua.
Next week, dolls.
Carl says his birthday's on Wednesday, the 21st
Carl.
of May. Carl, you'll get your birthday way away in May. Mr. Venus, he says he's making new friends at work, and all we talk about is Paul O'Grady and our Scylla. Oh, good,
nice
good.
pair to
Glad
talk
you're
about,
making
isn't it?
mates. Seven Network thinks Scylla might have jet lag. I think Scylla might have jet lag.
Yeah, she's not in
Rosie is watching the telly with Lee Ludlow and turned to watch the TV when we appeared. Here we go. Dave in America says Philip Morris unfiltered ciggies and Aqua Net hairspray remind me of my granny. Bradley Clark is here. Captain Brad, what reminds you of your nana? Let's have a look. Joshua, BG Bear says, I haven't heard that Joshua song since the days my nan used to sing it. I have a tape of my nan singing old songs. She made it when she was a kid, so I can hear her voice anytime.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Let's have a look. Anyone else? Lots of messages here. BG Bear, liver and bacon from our Chinese takeaway tastes just like my nan used to make. Karen Avey is wondering what the question of the day is. What reminds you of your nana and why? Carl, M&S Smiley soft drinks remind me of my mum when she and me used to go into M&S for shopping. Karen Avey, message
Retract that message.
Phil Fletcher is in.
All right, cockers.
Hello, cockers. What reminds you of your nana and why? Karen Avey says Jergens lotion reminds her of her nana.
Oh, yeah, never mentioned about perfume, have they? Or lotions. The sort of your nana smell.
All these messages going past. Stuart Cahoon is in Lisbon. My granny Cahoon always wore Estee Lauder Youth Dew perfume, and it was brutal. Bradley Clark. My nan is 93 and gave me her collectible teaspoon set. Oh. She's a lovely lady and has to put up with my impossible pop. Still bless
she's
her.
Still around.
Oh, nice that they're both still around.
I know
Captain
that
Brad.
people got their nanas still around.
Are they in Wodonga? Joan Bedell, one of my nanas was so strict and the other nana always looked like the queen, so we called her the lady with the lipstick. Paul Hutt says finger knitting. Who remembers doing that? Dave is concerned about Paula Dean. So she's overdone it on the Ozempic. Karen says not Paula Dean. Literally a beautiful smile every day. So sweet and humble like Dolly Parton and always singing hymns. I don't like Paula Dean. Oh, is Paula Dean not a lovely one?
Was she naughty?
Matt's here from... She was a bit racist, I think.
Oh, was she?
Matt is here from New Zealand.
New Zealand?
He says, my grandma was from Southend-on-Sea. She moved to New Zealand in 1946. In 46,
yeah.
We used to watch the two Ronnies while she chugged London Dry Gin and endless Rothmans ciggies.
Good on the girl. Good on her.
Phil Fletcher says, I remember watching Live from Her Majesty's at my nan's when Tommy Cooper died.
Oh, my God, yes. He just slumped on stage and everybody was laughing.
Everyone was laughing, weren't they?
Thinking he was part of it.
Right, let's head over to the other side of the bar and find out...
Where are you? Where are you? Let's be having you!
Well, we have Sarah Simpson. She's first through the door this evening, our dolls. Followed by lovely Jason Rigby, our Polly Pineapple receptionist. Chris Gilbert, Wes and Rex the Whippet from Kingscliff. Mark Mondea Pearson. He's from Sheffield. Peppermint cordial and homemade fish cakes. Always makes him smile when he has them.
Oh,
we got some peppermint cordial, didn't we?
We've got some peppermint cordial. I don't think we've had it.
Andrew Orme, thank you, dolls, for your book this week. Look at that beauty. Andrew sends us books. More often than not, they're biographies, aren't they? Autobiographies from comedy TV stars. But look what he sent us this week. The British tuck shop book. Oh, look how thick that is, look.
It's full of all the old sweets and
look,
crisps and stuff that we've been talking about.
Those treats of yore. Look at that.
Lee J.
So we'll enjoy reading that. Thank you, dolls.
Lee J says, I've just remembered my mum's mum, Posh Nana, used to pull a 3-foot-long L-net gold-coloured hairspray can from her tiny pink handbag, and we were always amazed.
Yeah, I sort of had a sort of poshish nana and then a nana that was a little bit on the rough side. Both were lovely. Lovely Angela Willis is in, as is Jill Barron. Lovely Chris Perinda from Scarborough, our little Nibbles. Says pick and mix always reminds him of his grandma Lil. When he was young, used to come home with a bag of sweets, and grandma was there, and she said, if you don't want to eat those, it's just moved, doesn't it? You don't want to eat those, or you'll end up like this, and she'd pull her teeth out right in front of him. I think that'd put me off, wouldn't it?
He says, at the time I never knew you could get false teeth. It always used to scare him.
I think all my grandparents had false teeth.
But did they used to just whip them out?
My gran used to sort of just lift them up, then lick underneath the pan like that. You should come out like that and go back in. Mr. Andrew Storr's in with Adele and Chip the Monkey.
Talking of Andrew Storr has just booked his tickets for this. That's our totally 80s summer prom.
And it's only been on sale a week, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's happening at the Stephen Joseph Theatre in Scarborough on the 22nd of June, which is a Sunday. And it's very nearly sold out.
Yep.
So, yeah, you get booking. If you're not booked yet, there's a handful of tickets left. I think there's about 15 left.
And lovely Joel popped in to mention about his grandma's knitting. Gabs Chassé is in. Anything Irish reminds me of his nana, who he called Nana. And he thinks she's more English in her personality than Irish. I once asked her if she'd ever seen a leprechaun, and she said no. I'd never heard of them until I came to this country, meaning the US. Lovely Mark Hall from the Welsh office. He's hoping everybody's well. He never knew any of his grandmothers. Mr. Perinder says rice pudding reminds him of his grandma Dolly. She would make her own rice pudding, but then serve it on a flat dinner plate. A rice pudding cow pat. And of course, Mr. Timmy Alex's character Maud, here she is in the house. Louise Dudders, hello dolls.
Louise Dudman was quick off the mark with Vanessa's husband
Ben
Ofudu from Fats and Small from Jam and Spoon. But they have separated. And Jason, Polly Pineapple also came through with the news that Vanessa was married to Ben Ofudu from Group Fats and Smalls. There we go, Sarah, that one.
Lovely Sarah from Langley watching The Repair Shop reminds her of her late nan, as it was a favourite TV programme. Oh, a lot of nans like that, didn't they?
Yeah. Here we go. Timmy Alexis.
Timmy used to cut his nana's hair. Sorry. His nanny Lila, that's a lovely name, Lila's hair into a Judy Finnegan bob.
Timmy would have a nana called Lila as well.
Yeah, I can imagine him with in front of the mirror.
I wonder what sort of Finnegan bob, because she had a lot of length bobs.
I think classic Judy Finnegan.
Not like classic, maybe a little sweep under.
Yeah, a little bit of a curl.
Not bra reveal Finnegan.
Lovely Alex from the Welsh office says the smell of setting lotion. You really smell it these days. But I remember the smell of setting lotion because my nana, bless her, used to go to the hairdressers, which was only about 4 doors down from her house.
I don't know what setting lotion is.
And her hair was so fine that by the time she got home, it was windy day, it all blown out.
Alex says, you hardly ever smell setting lotion these days, but should he ever walk past an old-fashioned hairdresser's and smell it, he's instantly back in his nan's on a Sunday afternoon.
A bit like three salons by the seaside.
Katie's comment about the frogs jumping out of the pond has reminded Mark Mundaman of...
visiting his nana's during thunder and lightning, watched it through the kitchen window, and he decided to turn the fluorescent light on, frighten the life of everybody.
Timmy also goes on to say he used his nanny Lila like a girl's world. He once made her up like Millicent Martin, and he says he's WhatsApped me the photo of that. So I'm going to head to WhatsApp now.
Andrew Storr said his nan used to have chocolates from the Roundtree's waste shop. I think he's in York, aren't you, Andrew? His favourite was Cabanas, which were discontinued years ago. They're like bounty bars with dried fruit. I remember them.
Are you ready for Nanny Lila dressed as Millicent Martin? Wow. Right, I wonder if you can see.
Oh, it's a bit bright.
You can't see it.
Oh.
This is Millicent Martin, and this is Nanny Lila, but you can't really make her out on this because of the contrast.
Definitely the hair.
Yeah.
The hair, exactly right.
I think he's used a barnet, a wig.
Oh, she's got glasses on.
No.
Was she not?
No, I think she's just got a wig on.
She's got lovely eyebrows then.
We're whizzing by.
We talked about Andrew's Nana's Cabanas.
Which was
Stephen
there.
Lodge. Stephen Lodge?
Stephen Lodge is here. And
what's the question about Nans?
What reminds you of your Nana and why? Andrew Storr says, has anyone tried a Shamrock Shake from Mackie D's? It was a limited edition for St. Patrick's Day, peppermint flavoured milkshake. He tried it once and says once was enough.
We're not really Mackie D's, are we? We don't really use Mackie D's.
We don't go to Mackie D's.
No.
Let's have a look. Paula Dean is an old southern gal. Her husband left her and she was stuck with 2 kids, so she started making packed lunches and now she's a multi-billionaire.
Ooh. Stephen Lodge says he's got a nan memory now. His nanny was a very anxious lady when it came to potential disasters. She feared aerosol cans in case they exploded. And they couldn't watch TV in the day because she didn't want it to be on too long. She knew someone whose TV caught fire and they weren't allowed to walk near the road because there was traffic. But she was...
It's like she was scared of all this stuff, but...
She cooked with lard. Yeah, tons of lard.
Dave is in Southern California. No, he's not. He's in South Carolina, but I think he's in Chicago. And he says his gran did the same thing with her dentures, Ellen. Push them out, lick round, pull them back in. Andrew says, Nanas have the best names. My Irish Nana was called Aggie, and my great Nana was called Anastasia. Same name as my mum. Lee Ludlow says, setting lotion reminds him of his ex.
Well,
Did your ex have a little perm?
I once went to... do you remember I went to that barber's once and I had my hair cut?
You got given a tonic, didn't
Yeah,
you?
he said, do you want some hair tonic? I went, yeah. Oh, the bloody pong. I couldn't get rid of it, could I?
Dave says, have any of y'all been to Iceland? Have we been to Reykjavik? No, we haven't.
No, I've got a good friend who's from Iceland.
He says he was offered a direct return flight for $400, but also saw they had volcanoes exploding. Oh, Dave, it's meant to be beautiful,
I've
Reykjavik.
heard it's a lovely country, yeah. The food is what's the word? Not strange,
Not good
but
for veggies.
It's an experience.
Not good for vegetarians.
No,
I think they eat things like offal. I don't know, they might not.
A lot of fishes.
Stuart Coons, Granny Love chocolate liqueurs. Mika Magic has popped in.
Mika Magic.
She says she's here, boys. Mika Magic is off on her holidays.
She is. We had a lovely couple of drinks with her today, didn't we?
We did, and I had a drink which everyone tried to try and guess the flavour of, and it was a beer, craft beer, a sour, and it was screwball flavoured. So it tasted like ice cream and raspberry ripple and the bubblegum.
And I had one of their flights, which is 3 little drinks. One was like a sort of cherry
like
beer.
Little elf pints, aren't they?
Yeah, one was a cherry beer. One was like a rhubarb ripple.
And the other one was like everything, lychee, ginger,
and
coconut, and peach.
So yeah, it was a lovely afternoon, wasn't it?
It was very nice. BG Bear's been to Iceland, so it's beautiful. We went there on a cruise.
Oh, they did, didn't they? Yeah, not long ago.
And I think his nanas are called Peg and Connie.
Mr. McFarlane's been to Iceland, but he prefers oldies.
And my cousin Lucy's been, and she says it's incredible, well worth a visit. Paul McFarlane says, oh, you've said that, haven't you? David Moore, he says he went to Iceland, 4 pizzas for £1. Dave, there's a supermarket in England called Iceland. It's freezers. It's where you get a lot of frozen goods.
Is that too ITV for you?
Iceland is a bit ITV. I think everyone can admit that.
I love Iceland.
I bet the Welsh office know that Iceland's a bit ITV.
I love Iceland. I love any cheap shop, me. Oh, I love them. B&M's.
Jason Darcy's just retracted a message.
Pull that message back.
Andrew Chapman's off now. He's just done an Only Sonia. He's in and out.
All right, Darls. Night.
Joel Hazeldine has had a Shamrock Shake from Mackie D's and loved it. And he had another one earlier today, and he says it's like mouthwash flavoured milkshake.
Ooh,
now, I like mint stuff, though, don't I?
You love a mint ice cream.
My favourite ice cream is mint choc chip.
Mint choc chip.
Right, advert time. We'll be back on the
Already?
other side. Yeah, it's 36 minutes past.
Oh, my Lord.
We'll see you on the other side of the adverts.
Wow. Talk about sheer terror. Well, what did you think so far? Listen, this side is about to come to an end, but I want you to be sure and flip over to the other side, where the best of Hollywood beckons. I'm going to freshen up a little bit, so I'll see you on the other side. Honey, why don't we get some more wine, more hors d'oeuvres, more everything?
Okay.
Okay.
Your ex wants you back. The WPIX promise.
Sometimes it takes guts to tell someone you love them. We're not afraid to play your love songs. Nothing but love songs. WPIX Radio promises.
You are so beautiful.
I know I'll never love this way again. Reunited and it feels so good.
102 WPIX. Your ex wants you back.
Nestle $100,000 bar. What a crunchy, chewy bar you are. You taste so crunchy and so chewy. Yeah, your caramel so chewy.
Nestle $100,000 bar. Crunchy chocolate and chewy caramel. It's one bar with both.
Nestle $100,000 bar. What a crunchy, chewy bar you are.
I'm the eye doctor. I'm having a sale on soft contact lenses.
I'm the eye doctor. Call for my special TV prices. I'll fit you whether you're nearsighted or farsighted, need bifocals, have astigmatism, or want extended wear lenses.
I'm the eye doctor, and I'll give you a thorough eye exam that tests for cataracts and glaucoma. Call us for an appointment. 800-772-2238.
For professional eye care at very affordable prices, see the eye doctor at 11 convenient offices in New Jersey.
What turns a mild-mannered college professor into a fancy-dressing, death-defying, flashy dancing, jacuzzi-dipping?
Don't forget power walking, systems analysis, rock climbing.
Dynamic defender of decency? Find out when you see Dan Aykroyd as
Dr. Detroit? Dr. Detroit. Dr. Detroit!
Dr. Detroit.
This is the best time I've ever had in my entire life!
Rated R. Make an appointment to see The Doctor. Friday, May 6th at a theater near you.
Diamond Riot, 2 carats, real cheap. $20 million clearance, sale, sale, sale.
You know, some people will say anything to sell diamonds. At Spectrum Diamond Cutters, we don't. We cut our own diamonds and produce engagement rings, pendants, and earrings at our own factories. So doesn't it make sense to buy diamonds before they reach the stores? Buy direct. Buy at Spectrum Diamond Cutters, Rockville Center, Long Island, and 47th Street, Manhattan.
Okay, we blew it. When Fugazi Express promised to meet your demand for a popular price chauffeured limousine service, we were swamped with requests. We've been filling them by the thousands, but we haven't been able to satisfy everyone. Fugazi's the only service in the tri-state area offering chauffeured Chrysler New Yorkers at radio cab rates. We're adding cars daily, so please be patient. And when you look for luxury limousine service, look for the Fugazi Medallion.
Hey, just in time for Mother's Day. Gold chains are half price at A&S. Ropes, herringbones, sparkles, in all those lengths. She'd love that rope. 16 inches for $99.99. Boy, just think what I'd save on other lengths. There's even a bracelet to match. That's 50% off, too. Hey, that herringbone is a great buy. Hey, at 50% off, I can get her the set. 14-karat gold chains, half price at A&S. Terrific.
It's gonna be a nice day today.
The kind that makes you want to get away. So,
we're gonna come through for you.
You deserve a break, so we'll be ready for you.
We'll get a shine on the floor.
We'll even polish the floor. We'll serve it up with a smile. Yeah, we do it in style.
Deserve a break today. So come on in the McDonald's way today. You deserve a great lunch. Come on, bring in the bunch.
Have a great Aussie bite.
You deserve it.
Right.
Burgers, Coke, and French fries.
Hot apple pie.
This isn't a break in the price. That's right. We've got dinner for you.
Even dinner for two.
Oh, when you're on the go.
So you're not late for the show.
You deserve a break today.
So come on in and get away. To McDonald's,
Deserve a break today.
to McDonald's,
Deserve a break today.
to McDonald's, to McDonald's.
Hi, I'm back. And so are you. You know, I feel as though I know you. Well, at least we share some of the same tastes. Oh, I'm sorry about the cheese puffs. I ran out. But I still have quiche. This looks like a good one. Let's try it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm a bit concerned about that Australian McDonald's advert.
Why?
Because I don't think all the staff working there reflect the reality. Because they all looked under 20. They were singing and dancing, full of energy.
Andrew Jones says they're proper hunks of spunk at McDonald's. Bradley Clark thinks Macca's staff need to calm down a touch.
Yeah.
And the Welsh office think that McDonald's is well overstaffed.
I'm interested in these crispy chips.
Right, so the Welsh office have come back to us. I asked them if Iceland was a little bit ITV. Mark Hall from the Welsh office agrees it is ITV. He says, however, we have one in our local executive exclusive shopping area, and it's quite nice. Plus, their ridiculously crispy chips are awesome. Then Alex Clark from the Welsh office says he thinks it's actually a bit Channel 5. And he says, but it didn't do Kerry Katona any harm. He says, but we do have what I like to think of as an executive luxury Iceland in Whitchurch, which is by them. And then Alex also says, we're addicted to their ridiculously crispy chips.
So if the Welsh office are suggesting these crispy chips, daddy or chips?
I wonder if you get them from any Iceland or just the executive exclusive Iceland.
Well, perhaps I should pop in.
Are they cooked in some sort of swan fat, though? Because I can't have them if they're cooked in, like...
Swan fat. On Christmas Day in the morning.
If they're cooked in, like, animal fat. I can't have them. Feed Me Seymour says people were way more happy back in the 80s. The commercials tell us that. Dave says Dr. Detroit was not filmed in Detroit. We don't remember Dr. Detroit as well.
I've never heard of it.
I don't think it ever came to the United Kingdom. No. Andrew said... America seemed like the most exciting place in the world back in the 80s to a boy from Birkenhead.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I was always jealous of American youths on TV because they had their own room, they had a phone.
Phone maybe shaped like a hamburger.
They had their own bathroom en suite, didn't they?
I had that.
They could leave through the bedroom window.
I had a carpeted
and
bathroom.
go out for the night undetected.
I had a radio built into my wall.
I know you did. I know.
Andrew says everyone was either really tanned or the contrast was too far up on the telly. Let's have a look. Feed Me Seymour says there's not enough adverts of quiche these days.
There isn't.
And the two Jasons were talking at the same time. And Jason went talking at the same time there, Mrs. O. Jason Darcy's just come back from his local McDonald's. It's just a 4-minute mince from his house. And he says it's nice to have a little bit of common in him from now and again.
I like a bit of 4-minute mince. Like a pot of
Oh, where do you stand on fast food restaurants? McDonald's, Wimpy, Wendy's, KFC, or a pizza?
Not KFC. I've never been impressed. It's all bone. We had a McDonald's last year, didn't we, with the boys?
Yeah.
We weren't all that impressed, were we?
No. Wimpy?
Well, Wimpy used to serve on plates, didn't they?
You like Carol's Place, though, don't you?
Carol's... Oh, yeah, just chippy, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So we're doing... Oh, here, Brad Clark says, what's McDonald's called in the UK and the US? We call it Macca's. Want to go in a Macca's? We call it Mackie D's.
Mackie D's, I think,
I think most... Would we call it Mackie D's? Everyone would say Mackie D's, I think.
I think so, or McDonald's.
Matt Bova from Palm Springs is regaling Taco Bell and ringing the Taco Bell.
I've heard of Taco Bell. I think there's a Taco Bell over here. It didn't have a really great review, did it?
I've been to Chipotle, and I like Chipotle in America.
In America?
Yeah.
We went to Marie Callender's once, didn't we?
We went to Marie Callender's, and I had...
cheese soup?
Yeah, I had... unlimited soup and salad from Marie Callender, and the soup was cheese soup. It was just like macaroni cheese, but without the macaroni.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look, loves. Matt Bover went to a Wimpy's in South Africa. Says they're everywhere. And the Welsh office have gone very quiet talking
They're
about
eating their crispy chips.
Talking about fast food restaurants. Stephen Lodge says we still refer to each McDonald's by the name of the pub which it used to be in. And Andrew Jones says Wendy's do the best burgers ever. Right, let me close all this down and find
our top 5, which of course is our Nana Night. Top 5.
Yeah, so our top 5 is top 5 things that remind us of our nanas. So mine are my number 5. So let me caveat this. So I've got two nanas. Mum's obviously everyone's got 2 nanas. So I've got mum's mum and dad. who weren't her actual mum and dad, but the people that brought my mum up. And they were very elderly. I think they must have been old when they took my mum and her family on. So my mum became an orphan at a young age. And I think they were quite elderly already, and they took on a young family. So they were old. Like, I remember old people. I don't remember them very well at all, but I remember them a little bit. So that's my granny and grampy. And then my dad's mum and dad are in Kirby in Liverpool. And I remember them a little bit better. I remember my granddad especially, because I was about 15, 16 maybe when my granddad passed. But my nana, I don't remember as much.
Did she pass before him?
Yeah. I think she most probably was really young. But she was old, you know, in your head as a kid, nanas are old. Anyway, this first one comes from Nana and Granddad. So this is my dad's mum and dad in Kirby. So it's not that, right? What it is...
Building soap scraps.
Soap scraps, yeah. But they were all... I remember it being like a football-sized ball of soap scraps.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it was actually a football size.
My nan used to do this, but she used to use hers for washing.
So they were all together in this big blob, and they were in the bathroom. Yeah. But they weren't like... You didn't use it like in the sink, because in my head it was too big to be used. But it was just there. I was quite obsessed with it. Or like it was like Frankenstein soap.
My nan had like
it wasn't pretty.
My nan had a clump underneath the sink, but she said she used to use it for hand washing things.
But they were just like wodged together. It wasn't like you'd melted it down and made it some beautiful objet d'art. They were just like it was just like this globe of soap.
Soap's quite rare now, isn't it?
Bars of soap.
You can't really buy soap like that.
Thank the Lord we've got Lily Law supplying me like a drug dealer with lemon
soaps
soap.
Are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
We use Lily's soap, yeah. But I'm saying before Lily came with her soaps, it was quite hard to find soap.
Out of all of them soaps, which one would you pick if you had to pick one? I'd pick the Zest.
Yeah.
I thought you'd go for top right.
Ooh.
Like coal tarry one, isn't it? A coal tarry type.
Coal tarry's bright orange. That's pears.
Do you remember that soap that come out in it would be when we were teenagers, and it was white, and it would just go dead quick. It was like milky soap. Dove. No, Mikey.
Or Shield. Used to burn your eyes and nostrils because your mum used to put a lathered sponge up and down your face.
Feed Me Seymour says, my top 5 Nana reminders: Irish swear words, talking at the TV, Irish music, ghost stories, and crazy antics.
Perfect.
Andrew Jones says, who remembers soap on a rope?
Hi Karate.
Feed Me Seymour also says, and this is very Alan's grandparents, cutting up cereal boxes and writing on the back of the cardboard a shopping list for the day.
Yes. Who says that?
Feed Me Seymour.
Feed Me Seymour. My nana used to do that, but not shopping. Oh, no, she could do, but she would put the snooker TV times on a piece of card and put it in the clock. So it'd say BBC 2 at 2:15, BBC 2 at 7:00.
And it'd be old cereal box packets and stuff.
Yeah. Usually Yorkshire tea boxes.
Let's move on to Alan's number 5. So you've got two nanas, yeah?
I saw a nana was a bit, she was not a bit, she wasn't posh, but she was well mannered and didn't swear.
I've got a pop.
And then another nana who was a bit more fun and a bit more rough. So yeah, but I love them both. They both had such different characters.
I met one of your nanas, didn't I? So
yeah.
your nanas lived till you were an adult, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they both had sugar. Which my diabetes nurse said, well, you see, don't worry about it. So what's my number 5?
Alan's number 5 is...
Addis kitchenware. My nana had everything Addis, like boxes and bowls with lids on it, boxes. Everything was bright orange. The whole kitchen set.
I thought the S was silent.
But I remember her loose tea caddy, which was attached to the wall, and she'd go over with a teapot, give the caddy a couple of pumps,
and tea would pop out.
You'd hear the loose tea fall into the teapot, ready for the kettle. And I remember just watching her just go over and give it a couple of pumps. And And you don't think you buy loose tea now, can you?
Mika just saw a picture of soap and she missed what we were talking about. But she says coal tar soap is one of her favourite smells. Oh, I love it. You love it, don't you? It's a whole thing, I think. Dave says he once found his nana's douche under the sink. And he took it outside, filled it with water and chased and squirted his cousins with it.
Ooh.
Lee J says, my dad's mum had boxes and boxes of imperial leather in her spare bedroom because her friend's son worked at the factory nearby.
See, that was the thing about going to your nana's bathroom. If you want to use the toilet, you'd smell their soap, wouldn't you? The room would just smell of soap. So if it was a coal tar bathroom, you'd smell that coal tar soap or imperial leather or a bit lemony of zest.
Lily Law says, my nan had that exact tea dispenser and she thought tea bags were common. Tea bags are very ITV.
And my nana used to do the PG Tips loose tea, and it used to come with a little card, a collector's card.
Yeah, I remember.
That she used to save them up for me and my brother.
I was going to say something then about
PG Tips is a taste.
I'll have to remember.
Tea bags being common?
No, it wasn't tea bags being common. Can't remember. Andrew Jones, my nana had a potato peeler where you put the spuds inside and had a handle on the outside to spin it, but it never worked. My thing was going to say, Jamie's top tip of the day, imperial leather is designed to be stored upside down. So the sticker is what is meant to keep it from getting all wet and mushy.
Well, I remember that sticker getting a bit mushy in the first little use.
No, the sticker stays on. That's why you have that little nipply bit underneath the sticker. That's meant to be what it rests upon.
It wasn't. None of my nanas had these, but I remember somebody in the family had one of those things that used to stick into soap, and it would be magnetised.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And that would stop the soap from getting...
Actually, I think my nana might have had that as well.
That would stop it from going wet and...
Someone
sloppy.
had that, and there was like a thing on the wall, and you'd put it upside down and that.
Yeah.
David Moore says, my nan was a wrestling fan, and she actually made it onto the World of Sport one Saturday, battering Mick McManus with a handbag.
Good on you, girl. I thought you said my nan was a wrestler.
Do you remember?
My nan loved wrestling. Big Daddy and Saturday afternoon.
Joanne Bedell, my friend's nana used to carry a merkin in her bag. She called it Mosey Face. Femi Seymour, somehow nanas are able to find chintz and doyles long after they went out of fashion. Right, let's have a look at my number 4. This is a weird one.
Greenhouse tomatoes.
The smell. So this, if my mum and dad are there, they're going to have to let me know. I think this is like my grandpa, but it might be my granddad. The smell of like a tomato
plant.
Do you know the bit I mean?
Yes.
It's a really particular smell.
And if they had a greenhouse, you'd walk in and that's all you'd smell is the concentrated smell of a tomato.
So that
and
smell.
You can smell it on a tomato in that little bit.
Bit that the anus that I hate. I hate a tomato anus. No. They get cut out. You cut them out for me, don't you?
Yeah, you don't have.
I can't see. I used to work with a girl called Josie. Now she lives in New Zealand. She used to send me pictures of them by email.
We actually buy from Aldi the little tomatoes on a vine, don't we? And the vine is that smell.
So that smell reminds me. I don't know if my mum's must be shouting David because she wants to type a message to you all. So I think both granddads probably had greenhouses. But yeah, that smell in particular reminds me of my nana's houses.
Mind you, you don't need greenhouses, do you? Because you can do them in grow bags.
Well, I think they had green. I don't remember.
Or a cold frame. They're called cold frames made out of windows.
Your granddad had a greenhouse, didn't he?
Yeah, I used to love it.
What did he grow in there?
Tomatoes.
Did you used to get?
Oh, he used to call them by their names like Millionaire Blossom and Moneymaker.
And did he used to harvest them?
He had accents. He was from Dorset. Moneymaker. And he'd give a mum like a bag of green ones and say, put them on your windowsill. And they go red. It took about 8 years to go red, but...
Joanne Bedell says, my nana used to love toast with tomato on it and salt on it. I think my mum likes that, Joanna Bedell.
Stephen Lodges just mentioned about the soap magnet.
Yeah. And Stephen also hoped that the brightly coloured tea dispensers were going to be mentioned.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think Nana's bought things like that from those like Tupperware parties, didn't they? Or from a magazine that was pushed through your door.
Beady Bear, home fresh tomatoes smell. My dad used to grow them. I hated anything tomato except ketchup until my sister was pregnant, and then I craved cheese and tomato sandwiches.
On her behalf.
I saw a
craving.
I saw a little video today of are they called like the £1 Million Sisters? No, you know what I mean.
Yeah, the £1,000 Sisters.
£1,000 Sisters. And one of them's going, the doctor says, when did you last have a period? And she goes, I don't know, can't remember. She's big. And she goes, oh, okay. And the woman goes, well, I might be pregnant. I think I might be pregnant. And the doctor goes, okay. And she goes, because I'm having cravings. And she goes, oh, okay, what are you craving? And she goes, just unusual things like water. And the other sister goes, you're not pregnant, you're thirsty.
I love them sisters.
Mark Hall's in the Welsh office. They're now smelling tomato anuses. Right, let's have a look.
Here we go. I think you had a message from Anne.
Oh, message has come in from my mum. Grandad Maudsley, so that's my dad's dad, had a greenhouse and grew tomatoes, which is where that smell is from.
I kind of like it to smell.
Alan's number 4 is...
Now, I tried to find one that was full of crap, but I couldn't find it. But my nana had one of these, and hers was full of glasses and flamenco dolls and little trinkets from abroad. And we were obsessed with this as kids because it was locked. We couldn't get in there. Was it that
beautiful?
It was like one of those, but it was full of glass shelves. But it was full of little glasses and little Sherrie glasses and little flamenco dolls.
But it was locked.
Yeah.
And the key wasn't within the lock.
No, it was in a purse in a sideboard. So she'd open it at Christmas to get glasses out for drinks. And then they'd all be polished and put back. But we were like, oh, we can't get in there. What's in there? And it was just full of little treasures. Nana's little treasures.
With your little faces pressed up to the glass.
Yeah, I just said, keep away from it.
Dickensian orphans.
Don't break the glass. Don't break that. It was just such...
So it's like Nana's precious things.
Yeah, and I think, sadly, when she died, it got put into a skip or something. Nobody wanted them.
Katie says the cocktail bar on Bar Street has one of these full of fancy glasses. Paul McFarlane says my gran had that cabinet too with glasses in it. And Cilla Black OBE has made an appearance.
Oh, she's here, is she?
Cilla, welcome.
Cilla, you're not normally this late, dolls.
You're very late to the party. Are you on a different time zone?
It's good that you're here.
Because it's 9 o'clock. Maybe Cilla's out an hour out. Maybe Cilla didn't pop her clock back.
She can do her clocks.
Cilla, I don't know if I don't know if the clocks in the afterlife have changed, but you're an hour late. We're talking about nanas and top 5 things from our nana's house.
Those memories of nanahood.
Let's have a look. So in at 3 with me,
sickly chocolate,
fries, chocolate cream. So there was other flavours of this.
There was,
and I couldn't find proof of them, but there was an orange one.
This isn't mint. This is just sickly white stuff.
Ah, so the peppermint one is the one I'm thinking of.
This is just sickly white.
And then there was one which had different flavours within.
Yes, there was.
I think pretty much every trip to my nana's in Kirby, we'd get one of these. That would be like our treat. Also, being from a very BBC region, going to my nana's in Kirby was the first time that I heard the ice cream van.
Yes, we were chatting about this today, weren't we? When we were on about the screwballs and raspberry ripples. You didn't have an ice cream van.
Didn't have an ice cream van. Not they didn't. The ice cream van didn't come to the estate, the Downton estate where I grew up. We had a gelato. A man on a bicycle would come with gelato.
Mind you, Southport was quite popular for Italian ice cream, wasn't it?
I would sometimes go on the monkey run and say hello to people.
What was that? Zavaroni? Zavaroni's were popular there, weren't they?
In Southport?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I watched, what's the name from, what's the one from the dancing show?
Jane McAdee.
No, the other one. Seven, she used to work with him.
Arlene Phillips.
Yeah, she said she's going to Southport to visit her nana or auntie.
And she went to Lena Zavaroni's ice cream.
Zavaroni's, yeah, it's the relations to Lena Zavaroni.
Don't know. So, this peppermint cream in particular would be what I have.
We've had,
and I don't know if my brother's
Polly
had different
Pineapple
ones.
has popped in. She said fries, orange cream, peppermint cream, and 5 centres.
Mark Damon says his nana had a display cabinet and she had little beige figures of old people. She had the Coronation Street teapot, silver salt and pepper pots, and an original Disney character candle. And Timmy Alexis says it's mad how all our nanas had the same things and ways. And he says, I wonder what our things and ways are going to be, what we're going to leave.
My nana never went abroad, but my uncle used to travel a lot with his work. So he'd bring in little things back, little things from abroad, from the Far East. And so everything would go into this little cabinet.
Joanna Bedell says, my nana had those wee dogs on her fireplace. Mika's got lots of those wee dogs, hasn't she?
The dogs with little chains.
Yeah. Coral says her nan loved a walnut whip. Had a walnut in the base. When it had a walnut in the base, not when it had
the top.
On the top.
Walnut nipple.
Right, let's have a look at Alan's number 3.
My number 3. Your nana's purse. Now, my nana was very, very generous. Well, both of them were. And whenever she went to the sideboard, you had that little bit of hope in your heart. Didn't happen every visit, that she'd bring out a purse and give you a little bit of money on the side. And it could either because you've done a chore, or you might have chopped a bit of firewood for her, or it's just because she was feeling generous. And my nana, bless her, was giving me little bits of pocket money until about a year before she died.
Oh.
So I'd go around and she'd just say, come here, you. And she'd give me a hand and she'd put a little fiver in. There you go.
When you were a kid, what did you get? 50p?
50p or 20p or 2 tens.
Oh.
And then it went to pound coins. But even before she died, I was getting pocket money from
Now,
her.
didn't stuff change and you stopped getting it and Tracy was getting
Yeah, that was
money?
the other nana.
Okay.
Yeah, the other nana wouldn't give us. I think it stopped when you were like left school. You know what I mean?
But Tracy would always get it.
But my sister would go like she used to get it every Friday night without fail. But every Friday night she'd go, oh, like a big surprise. Oh, Nana, it was at the door when we were leaving. Oh, thank you.
She'd always feign surprise.
And then I think my nana was fed up. She said, oh, you know you're getting it. I don't know why you're surprised.
Actually, Joanne Bedell has just said, I always remember my nana trying to smuggle a fiver into my hand or taping coins into my card.
Yeah, and sometimes you go, oh, I'm all right, Nana. But she'd just take it. It would say, get yourself a Beano, and then it was like, get yourself a pint, lad.
Josh says £1 coin taped inside a card.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at my number 2.
Can opener.
A can opener on attached to the wall.
I know, another wall.
Yeah.
Gadget.
So I remember specifically, this is my dad's mum had one in the kitchen in Kirby. So I remember the little kitchen in the Kirby house. Yeah. I think we used to go in through the side door which went into the kitchen, and she had a tin opener on the wall. I don't think I ever used it. I don't think I ever saw it being used, but I enjoyed the thought of it existing. Do you remember them?
I do. My nana had the little flyaway one, really, in the drawer. But I remember them being on the wall, and wasn't there a fitting that you could just take it out and replace it? So you didn't have to...
I don't know. I was too young.
They didn't last very long, I don't think. And you could just replace it with another one.
So BG Bear says that we had one. So he had one. BG Bear, was there a fitting that you would replace within it? Josh Spencer says he once helped his mama, so that must be his granny, reconnect a hose pipe. And she then tried to pay him 20 quid in 2004. Alex in the Welsh office says that Mark is a bit caggy-handed when it comes to a tin opener. I don't like using a tin opener. I tend to get Alan to open tins for me.
You don't have many tins, do you, dear?
No.
You get fresh.
I like the tins where you open like that, but again, I can't open them. Alan has to open them. I can't do much manual work.
You can't open canned drinks, can you?
I'm very upstairs.
It's very BBC.
Feed Me Seymour. I used to get a £1, and this was in the 80s, so I'd get 10 1p blackjack sweets, 10 fruit salads, 3 long chewy sugared sticks, and some banana sweets and mushroom sweets, all for £1.
You can get all you can get now is 3 Freddos.
Cilla says she thinks most kitchen gadgets were wall mounted back in her day.
Yeah.
Stephen Lodge, I recall those can openers. In 1984, Nanny and Grandad moved to a brand new retirement flat that was plasterboard walls throughout. The tin opener must have lasted all of a minute on the wall. Nanny was livid.
They were made to last, weren't they?
Andrew Jones says, my nanny used to have a toilet roll holder on the wall, and it said, don't sit there all day dreaming about winning the pools. Let's have a look at am I down to number 1 now? No. You're number 2.
Was that your number 2?
Alan's number 2.
My love of snowballs come from my nana. For some reason, my nana thought snowballs were fine for kids. Yeah, it's a kiddie drink. The kids are...
Like what age?
Oh, 6, 7, 8-year-old. Give me a snowball. Water. I mean, it was weak. But she had no quit. She thought baby shams were good for kids.
You got pissed, didn't you, on Diana's wedding day?
Yes. Now, for some reason, either the invite came late or my mum couldn't afford us to go to the party, the street party, because I think you had to pay like a £5 for a kid.
To go to Diana's street party?
Yeah.
Diana robbing cow.
The woman who organised said charge everybody £5 to pay for the food.
Oh, to pay. Oh.
And I think Mum said, I'm not having that. I'm not giving her a tenner. So she goes, we could have our own party. We didn't. Me and my brother found some sherry in the pantry and was out in the garden drinking sherry. And do you know what my mum's answer was to sober us up? Send us to the shop.
What for?
For groceries. So
While you were pissed?
Yeah, that'll sober them up. Send us to the shop, pissed up. So that was 1981, was it?
Yeah.
So I was 9. Pissed up on sherry.
Going to the shop during Diana's wedding day.
I tell you what, we had a lot better day than them daft kids in the street.
The Rams. Jason, Polly Pineapple's mother used to dip her finger in avocado and then give it to him as a little kid. Phoebe Seymour says, my nana loves sherry and she also likes stout bitter.
Yeah.
Andrew Jones, we were never allowed upstairs in my nana's house. It used to drive us crazy.
I see Mika likes a good old snowball.
Mika's vom face to snowballs.
Oh.
And Paul McFarlane says that was the best snowballs at Christmas.
Yeah, Nana snowballs. And she'd whip them up with a little spoon.
And would you have a little glacé cherry?
No.
David Moore says, Alan, did we have the same nana? Mine always used to give us advocaat.
But she thought it was fine for kids. It was it's only weak. It's only a weak little custard drink. They'll be around that.
BG Bear's being classy. He's being classy and saying, I love a Warnix. He's not calling it advocaat. I love a Warnix. We used to drink snowballs at Christmas and sip Dad's cider at age 4 in the summer. Funnily enough, I don't really drink now.
I normally go to Tesco's, don't I, in about February when it's like half price because they want to get rid of it.
Yeah, you do.
So they don't sell it during the year. They just get sell it at Christmas, so I usually buy it all.
Feed Me Seymour says, at Christmas, my nana would say I can't have champagne because of my IBS, so she had a pint of Guinness and maybe a sherry. And Lee Ludlow's dad used to give him cherry brandy with lemonade.
Ooh, sexy.
I
remember all grown-ups having weird drinks. My dad used to have rum and black, so it was rum with blackcurrant cordial. And my mum used to have gin and orange, but it was orange cordial.
I used to have gin with orange cordial when I started drinking.
Or vodka and lime cordial.
I tried to get my dad to buy me Baby Sham when I was about maybe even about 12 or 13. I was going to the Bugsy Malone after show party, and I wanted to take Baby Sham again because I thought because it had the word baby in the title and a little deer on it. I thought it can't be alcoholic.
It was only a little bottle, wasn't it?
My dad didn't get me it. I had to go empty-handed. No wonder everyone hated me. Oh. Andrew Jones says rum and pep.
Peppermint.
Rum and pep. Let's have a look. Coral says, I worked in a pub and someone asked for a snowball and whoever had used the bottle of avocado last didn't shut the lid.
Covered in it. She shook it.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
I thought she'd say it was off then.
I thought you were going to say it was off. Let me have a look. So, we're at my number 1, I think. Things that remind me of my nana's house. Right, you ready for this one, dolls?
Yeah.
You'll find this one funny.
Is that Family Bible?
The Family Bible.
Oh, Lord. I think I've heard about the Family Bible. You've got a massive one somewhere, haven't you?
So the Family Bible really reminds me of my granny's house. And again, in my head, it's huge. It's like this huge, big book. It's like that, but imagine that's like as big as like you.
I can see it by the photo. That's not yours, obviously. But,
that's not my Family Bible. But yeah, the Family Bible reminds me.
Where is it now?
I think my cousin's got it. My cousin Duncan has the Family Bible.
Does he?
Yeah. But he's like a historian and knows the whole family tree inside out and things like that. The Honeyborn family, this is. Yeah, so the Family Bible, that's posh.
That's very posh.
Do you not remember your Family Bible?
No.
So it must have been passed down from years and years.
I think the only thing that was passed down in my family was the Biro cookbook.
I have a feeling, like Mum, she might have to call my dad back up. Mum, was one of your granddads a pastor, like a vicar or a pastor or something like that? I think Mum's granddad might have been something to do with Yesu.
But now we have the Great British Tuck Shop Bible. That's going to be
passed down to our children.
This Bible in this house.
Andrew Jones said, we didn't have a Bible, but my nana had a big book of family diseases with horrific pictures.
Oh my God, my nana was one of them, and she'd look it up every time you were ill. Oh, you've got pleurisy.
BG Bear says, since Mum died, every time I go to Dad's, he tries giving me loads of family Bibles. I think he's got the message now that I don't want any of them. And Feed Me Seymour says, I call this Nana logic. She would say things that made sense only to her. Like, I can't go out today because it's raining cats and dogs and I'm allergic to cat hair. Okay, my mum says the Bible was huge, capital letters huge, and it has all the Honeyborn family tree from way back. And Lucy, so my cousin, says our great granddad was a fire and brimstone preacher, I think.
Wow.
But my mum might let us know more of that. But yeah. Lee J says the only book at my nana's was People's Friend.
Yeah, Mark Mundane Pearson said his nana had a big Bible and she'd put notes of the births and deaths of the family in the back of it.
Yeah, that's
what
what
I was. Morbid, he says, but it kept her happy.
I always had all that in the front few pages. So it was all stuff about the family and stuff, the family tree and all of that. Yeah. BG Bear says Nana logic. Oh, you're getting fat. Do you want cake?
Yeah.
Alan's number one is.
My nana always did this with sandwiches. Now, if I'm feeling a little bit, if I want a little bit of comfort, or if I want to think about my nana, I cut my sandwiches into 4 like this.
Into 4 little squares, not 4 triangles.
They weren't triangles, they were little squares. It was normally things like luncheon meat or sliced ham. And she'd always give you one sandwich, which is the 2 pieces of bread together, cut into 4.
Do you know why I don't like a square or a rectangular sandwich?
Why?
Like the ratio of crust feels too much. Whereas if you have a triangle sandwich, you only have like 1 edge of crust or maybe 2 edges of crust, but not 3. Or here we have 2 when you could have just 1.
Yeah, even as a grown man would go around and she'd cut it into 4.
BG says there is a lack of thumbprint on there though for a nana sandwich.
That one is. I mean, my nana wouldn't put cucumber in a sandwich like that. It was actually quite hard to find a picture of a sandwich cut into 4 like that. Everywhere else it was like triangles. But she never did triangles.
Stephen Lodge used to love looking at men in pants in my nan's K's catalogue, and she thought I just had a slightly heightened interest in the housewear section. No.
Yes, that bit was well thumbed. The men's underwear section.
Do you remember them? They'd all be in like vests and pants.
Well, they did bring out a mesh pant.
I was going to say there were some with mesh.
And you could
like the main bit wouldn't be mesh, would it?
No, but you could make out bollocks. And perhaps a bit of the shaft. They'd be like, ooh.
And a little bit of pubis.
And I know sometimes there was a woman's bra that was a bit meshy, but that didn't really bother me.
No. Phoebe Seymour says, my nana would give me a Guinness World Record book every year. Her reasoning was, I like books with facts. And he said that was never mentioned by him or any family member.
The funniest present my nana bought me and my brother was this moulding kit, like plaster of Paris.
I remember those.
Where you got like a block of like putty or whatever.
Oh no, I'm thinking of something different.
And it was football, and you'd put it in these presses and press it, and then it'd dry, and it'd be a football figure, and then you'd paint it whatever football strip that you'd want. Did I ever use it to make footballers? No. I made a small basket full of apples, and I gave it back to my nana, and she loved it.
Well, you didn't even use the football press?
No, I used the clay to make a basket with apples in it, and I painted it and gave her it back as a present.
I remember a thing that you used to get. It was like a sort of rubbery thing, like a rubber mould, and you'd pour like plaster into it.
Yeah.
And then you'd peel off your rubber mould, and then you'd have a little figure, and you could paint it. And I think I had those in like Disney characters. But often, like, you'd pull it out and, like, the plaster hadn't gone everywhere, so they'd, like, be missing, like, half their face or something.
And then as soon as I got to high school, it was a link set. We always got a link set.
Paul McFarlane says, how on earth have we gone from a family Bible to mesh undies? That's the Wig and Slingback for you.
Yeah.
Joel William Hazeldine says, my English nana would always make sarnies when visiting her as a kid. White bread, Vitalite, cheese triangles, and wafer-thin sliced ham.
Is Vitalite that, wake up in the morning wanting my breakfast?
It's the like butter spread, isn't it?
Oh, Vitalite.
Andrew Jones said, my nana once got me a Jesus and Mary Chain album for Christmas, and he said I laughed so much at the thought of her going into HMV asking for it. Have you got the Jesus and Mary Chain?
Well, my nana had this one grandson that she wanted to always impress. He was like the baby of the. We hardly saw him. And then she said to me, my brother, if you're going to town, will you get me something called Michael Jackson's Bad? So it's a record or a CD. And he got that, which is £10, and we got a bloody link set.
Your nana had loads of cracking albums, though, didn't she?
She did. I mean, I get my taste in music from her. She used to give me like Shirley Bassey LPs. I don't like her. We call her Big Gob. And I said, well, I'll take them, and I listened to them, and she used to give us those Top of the Pops LPs. Remember, with a girl on the front,
maybe with a beach ball,
and all the songs were popular songs, but they were sung by like
different people.
Yeah, they weren't the original singer. Used to get them from Woolworths.
My mum and dad had an amazing LP collection because they grew up in the swinging 60s in Liverpool. Like, they went to see the Beatles and stuff. They went to the Cavern. So they had they had all of the Beatles LPs. Then 70s, they had all of ABBA LPs.
Yeah.
All of them, I think, every last one of these records, these LPs, went to the tip.
No.
I think they didn't even sell them. I think they went to the tip.
And now they're all coming back, aren't they?
Yeah, can you imagine how much they were worth? All them Beatles. The Beatles ones would have been like original pressings and stuff. Yeah. All down the tip. Because LPs were just were gone, weren't they, for a bit? And no one wanted them. And I think they tried to give them to charity shops. And charity shops didn't want them.
Well, it wasn't so much the LPs. It was the record players they didn't make anymore.
I know.
Wasn't it?
And we had loads. We had a lovely record player, didn't we? And we left it.
We did, yeah. We left it because we couldn't move it.
Yeah. It wouldn't move into
the flat was too small for it.
Into our flat when we moved into the council flat in Deptford. We couldn't have room for our record player, so we had to just bin it. And it was beautiful. I'd got it from a barn sale back when I lived in the grounds.
The grounds.
All right, lovelies. I think we are done for tonight. Peggy's barking down there, and we should get down, shouldn't we? And
we should, yeah. Give her a little toilet break.
It's been lovely hanging out with you all tonight.
Talking about our nans. I mean, I could go on. My list could go on and on and on.
Oh.
Polo mints, knitting patterns, those things in the toilet with a little dolly on it.
Little toilet dolls.
Toilet roll cover.
Your nana had like Spanish dolls as well, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, from Ankles. And I also inherited from her Home Pride.
Yeah, the Fred. All the Fred stuff.
Yeah.
Polly Pineapple says, I still have all my VHS tapes. All 2,000 plus VHS tapes. Can't get rid of them.
There must
Oh,
be
I hope you've got a
there must be a way
VHS
of
player.
getting that onto DVD, isn't it? Transferring
I
it.
think it would be such a big job.
I don't know whether the tape would disintegrate, would it?
Jason says fruit polo mints.
They don't make them anymore, do they? Fruit
Don't
mints,
think
fruit
so.
polos. I just found them too sticky.
Feed me, see. We're doing a quick roll call, so throw them out there. Really quick ones. Quick things that remind you of nanas. So, fruit polo mints, hair on chin, glass fish.
Oh yes, with a striped glass.
Glass clowns. Do you remember glass clowns?
Yeah,
I think my nana had a glass clown.
Those rainmate headscarves for when it was raining.
Yeah, plastic rainmates. Keep them coming. Any more?
And also, if your nana had, she was a bit energetic, she'd have a shopper bike. Do you remember shopper bikes with little wheels and a little basket on the front?
No, I'd love a shopper bike. I've got 2 bikes with baskets. Onyx ashtrays, glacier cherries,
seedy cake. Carol Brooks says seedy cake. Nana's cakes or seedy or fruity, weren't they?
Record players in a suitcase.
Yeah.
Pilchard sandwiches.
Yeah, pilchards on toast.
Holy water by the door.
No.
Do you remember that little? There would be a little thing of holy water by the door. Tights. Old Falcon video pack. I know that's talking about videos. Hair dryers with a hose and a hood.
Yeah.
Do you remember inflatable hair dryers? Do you remember them ones?
Inflatable?
Yeah.
What you put in your hair?
Yeah, you'd put them on and it would like inflate up.
Yeah, I think so. And you just walk around it.
A bowl of mints, Fisherman's Friends, Lily Law's mum had a shopper, hairdryer. Graham Norris's nan is the only person he's ever known to use snuff.
Yeah.
Gabs Chassis says wearing a hat when going out.
And those crossover pinnies.
Does anybody still wear a hat?
I'm desperate to get one that would fit me, but I can't find one.
Pinny. You could make one, I think.
Little house coats with
cuckoo clocks. Drinking tea out of a saucer. A drinks trolley, a walking stick that had 4 feet, a radiogram, home perms,
the smell of home perms,
ceramic cat figurines.
Yep.
Do you remember the little cat that would hang on a glass and
with
inside the glass with a little mouse?
Like a big coloured brandy glass.
Whiskey bottles with kilts.
Yes, or from abroad, from holiday.
Nylon button-up pinny.
Those little dolls from around the world.
Do you remember little dolls that would like be kept in like the plastic, the yellowing plastic, and they'd be dressed like a beefeater,
and their eyes used to close if they were laid flat.
Keeping cheap sherry in the cupboard for if the vicar would come round.
Yep, QC.
An underslip. Andrew's liver salts, pottery shire horses, seashells glued onto a bottle made into a lamp. Yep. Andrew says it's starting to sound like the Generation game. This.
Yep. Toy.
Teaspoon collections, fluffy toilet seat covers, plastic hair hoods, little ceramic bells.
Back scratcher and a shoehorn.
Right, loves, we're going to go. The dog's going bonkers down there. So, what's in the diary? We've got a quiz coming up on Good Friday. If you're in Scarborough or near Scarborough, book your tables because we've not got many tables left. And that is going to be hosted by Sister Mimsy and Mother Sups.
That's rare. They're making an outing.
So they're going to be out and about. And then we've got the bingo show coming up on June the 22nd. I'm going to try and give you some dates. June 22nd is bingo in Stephen Joseph Theatre, Scarborough. Can I announce the other dates?
Yep, I think they're fixed now, aren't they?
I think the other dates are fixed. So, get your diaries. On Saturday, the 25th of October. Saturday, 25th of October.
Not worth writing them in there.
We will be appearing at York Theatre Royal. We will be closing the old paint shop season for 2025. So, Saturday, the 25th of October, we're going to be at York Theatre Royal. And then on November the 2nd, which is a Sunday, we're going to be at the Stephen Joseph Theatre in Scarborough.
For a Halloween bingo.
They will be Halloween shows. And then on December the 14th, which is a Sunday, we will be at Stephen Joseph Theatre in Scarborough doing our Christmas show. So, they are the dates.
So obviously, when these are about to go on sale, we will actually let you all know.
So you got June 22nd. If you are coming to Scarborough, then Don't stay in Scarborough on the night before because Basement Jack's is in town. So the price for hotels here in Scarborough is sky high. So stay somewhere like Bridlington or Filey or in York and then come to Scarborough on the Sunday. And hotels on Sunday evening are dead cheap. And then, as I said, we've got October the 25th in York Theatre Royal, November the 2nd at Stephen Joseph in Scarborough, and December the 14th at Stephen Joseph in Scarborough. Thank you so much. Andrew says, thank you so much for these Wednesdays. I look forward to them so much.
Aww.
Love you all, and a special kiss for Peggy. We love you, Andrew. We love you all.
We love you all. It's great to chat with you. It's great to reminisce about old times. And we hope you have a lovely week. The sun's been out this week, so we're hoping that that's going to continue.
Our roof has been done.
Our roof's just been finished. We've still got the scaffolding, but we're hoping that gets taken away.
And then we can enjoy the garden.
Get the garden back and get Peggy outside once more. Thanks for all your well wishes for Peggy. She's doing really well this week. She had no fits or seizures. Well, for every week now.
Yeah.
She's doing good at the moment. So,
all right, loves.
Thank you for all of those who send their love.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Have a great week. Bye.
Surprise. Well, hello again. It's been a lovely party. A little long, but lovely. Look, I hope you enjoyed yourself. It's been fun. But you know what? I could really use a little more sleep time. Cindy, Jeffrey, why don't you watch your favorite cartoon disc for a little while? Well, I'm going back to sleep. Goodbye, everybody. Now it's your turn to have a party.
People make you feel so bad. Some people make you feel so sad. But don't let it get you down. Some people seem to be so cruel. Some people make you feel just like a fool. But don't let it get you down. There's always someone to lend a hand. You'll never be alone. There's always someone who'll understand. So don't worry, you're not on your own. Some people make you want to cry. Some people want to pass you by. But don't let it get you down. Some people want to run away. Some people don't have anything to say. But don't let it get you down. There's always someone to lend a hand. You'll never be alone. There's always someone who'll understand. So don't worry, you're not on your own. Don't let it get you down.
Life is full of surprises. It's surprising how dreams come true. Life is full of surprises. And the nicest surprise in my life is you. Well, that's all we have time for this week, I'm afraid. I'd like to thank everyone who's taken part in tonight's show. John Pertwee, Roger and Jessica Whittaker, Walter Koenig and Pat Cash, Michael Ball, Barbara Windsor, Cannon and Ball, Richard Orford and 911, Anthea Turner, Bob Cowgies, Chris Goffey, Little and Large and Hank Marvin, Valerie Singleton, Ruth Maddock, Michelle Gale, Paul Shane, Liz Fraser and Freddie and the Dreamers, Joe Pasquale, Herbie Flowers, Ted Robbins, Matt Lorenzo, Gilbert O'Sullivan, Bernard Gallagher and Stratford Johns. Ultimate Chaos,
Russell Grant, Lorraine Kelly and Elkie Brooks, Jane Asher, the Bay City Rollers, Fern Britton, Ainsley Harriott, Sean Maguire and Darren Day. Shiwaddy Waddy, Tracy Dawson, Gay Search, Christopher Biggins and his pantomime troupe, Carol Vorderman, Sherrie Houston, Linda Bellingham and Craig McLaughlin, Willie Carson, Tony Hart, Brian Conley, Brenda Lee and of course our own Bob Carolgees. Tessa Sanderson and our very own Bob Carolgees. Tessa Sanderson and our own Bob Carolgees. Tessa Sanderson and our very own Bob Carolgees. To the Gladiators, Jim Bowen, Claire Rayner, Eddie Lodge and the Trogs. Philippa Forrester, Terry Nutkins, Sasha Distel, Engelbert Humperdinck and Neil Sedaka. The Royal Navy, Sue Pollard, Sonia, Cliff Richard, Matthew Kelly, Lorraine Kelly, the cast of Coronation Street, David Essex, Roy Castle, Matthew Corbett and Sooty, Gary Wilmot, Gemini, Status Quo, The Beach Boys, Joe Pasquale, Ben Onwukwe and Victor Obogu.
That was it. It was finished.